Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Man in the Wild. Just, I don't know, taking a little look into this George Floyd situation, in Minnesota. Cause, like I said, I still ain't really looked at the shit like that. You understand? I saw like maybe, what I see. It was during the protest. I had saw some police getting bottles thrown at them, in an extremely soft manner, while none of them had riot gear on. All they had on was the little surgical mask. And then and I saw some, I don't know if it was photos or if I had stopped the video to make the photos, but I just remember seeing a group of kids standing there. One of them was a little white girl. We could see she was smiling while she was looking at the camera. You understand? And I saw some fires. And the fires were very controlled. Let that be known, because I think there's a fire at the end of this video too, and you'll see it if you haven't already. But I had saw that the mayor made mention of people getting arrested for protesting and all of that wasn't even from there. So, I mean, of course, I had to hear this, and when I heard it, it's like, damn, here we go again. All right, here the fuck we go again. So we're gonna see where they go.
What we're experiencing right now is one of the most heartbreaking weeks in American history, certainly in Minnesotan history. We woke up at the beginning of this week to, as we all know, a disgusting, disturbing video of Mr. George Floyd being wrongfully killed. He was unarmed. He was not aggressive.
And I just want to let it be known that it's funny how the mayor of the other city, you know what I'm saying, is the one talking about this shit like this. Because that is a type of game that they play. You know what I mean? Whenever they're not the ones making the decisions, you understand, they're the ones who are allowed to take a firm stand on certain shit to, make sure that people who are actually touched by this, feel confident. You understand? That's what this dude is here for.
Begged for his life. He called for his mom, and bystanders screamed, "This man is dying." And over the course of a 10-minute video, we see the life squeezed out of Mr. Floyd. Anger over his death is understandable. Sadness, pain, heartache, frustration.
All right, so they're showing us, right? They're showing us all of these visuals of this, alleged attack on, the businesses around, in protests and all this shit. I mean, motherfucker got a paintball gun, ain't it? Motherfucker got a paintball gun. Now, granted, that would be much better to deal with motherfuckers that ain't really much of a threat. You understand? But I know policemen. These motherfuckers use pepper spray, and they much rather use the rubber bullets. Paintball guns, really? At target, giving you the one eye with this shit, and it ain't even really fucking destroyed all the way like that. Like, they're not showing you much of it. They're just showing you the couple cars, paintball guns. Motherfuckers kind of standing around.
We have in our community right now an enormous number of people of all ages, of all races, of all backgrounds, who agree that Mr. Floyd should still be alive. We have in our community an enormous...
Saying like that's firmly a paintball gun, right? I mean, to my knowledge, this motherfucker even got a wristband on. Ah, shit. Yo, don't mind me. Don't mind me at all, yo.
Number of people of all ages, of all races, of all backgrounds, of all neighborhoods, who are looking to see not only one, but all four of the officers involved in his death be fully held accountable. We have an enormous number of people in our community who are heartbroken by the fact that the name George Floyd...
I mean, because fuck what he talking about, because Philando Castile was killed up there. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, right? You know, so it's not like, you know, it's not like that area is what do you want to call it? You know, absent of fuckery. You know, absent of this bullshit. You know what I mean? So, you know, please make note of that shit while, you know, this dude tries to sit up here and talk about this shit. Now, I don't know if he was the mayor of St. Paul back then or whatever, but I know he's the mayor now, right? Motherfucker, don't sit there and try and act like y'all ain't do this shit just a few years ago.
Does not stand alone in history, but that it joins a too long and too rapidly growing list of names of unarmed, unaggressive African-American men who've lost their lives wrongfully at the hands of law enforcement. And the frustration that time and time again we've seen no one held accountable. We have an enormous amount of legitimate...
Like he's giving you confidence, right? He's giving the people who, you know, are heartbroken behind this shit, you know, because, I don't know, the knowledge of what is and what ain't eludes them for whatever reason. You know, it eludes them for like, I mean, it could be because they don't want to know, it could be because they don't know it is what it is, but at the same time, these people are hurt and affected by this shit. You know, and in order to control every aspect of it, you have to, you know, make sure the narrative gets, you know, gets put out by you on both ends, all ends. Understand that this motherfucker here, he ain't no different. He ain't no different. I know he grew up with people in Minnesota, probably, you know what I'm saying, went out with them, you know, had fun with them, maybe even played a little bit of sport or two. You know, but in the end, once a motherfucker's put in this position, and especially when, you know, they're, you know, clearly speaking out of some kind of earpiece and he even knows it's some bullshit, you know, it's like, yo, people do what they do. I mean, that ain't up to me. It's just I know what I'm looking at and who I'm looking at, and it's the same motherfucker that talks every single time about this bullshit. You know, everybody the same. And then also, like, that damn symbol. The fuck is going on over here? Got your star in the middle of a pyramid type shit, giving you some one. That's a lot. That's y'all State Emergency Operations Center logo. Man, I see why y'all pulling these side out.
Frustration of people who ask, when? How long will it take? People who ask, how egregious does it have to be? People who ask, how blatant does it how well documented does it have to be for someone to be held accountable for George Floyd's murder? That frustration, that pain is real and it's legitimate.
Like, were those people that were supposed to be, like, doing some type of rioting? Or were, you know, did they do that to the car? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And if I can see it correctly, this motherfucker's recording. So it's like, yo, just because they're telling you that that's what you're looking at, you know, like, you don't necessarily got to believe it. You know, because that's what it boils down to in all of these damn, whatever psychological operations that they trying to pull on us. You know, it's always the same fucking thing. That's why I made that fucking broken record video. You know, they tell you that you're looking at something, right? And then you being the trusting person that you are, if you believe in it, you know, that's what you see. Not knowing the whole time that these motherfuckers is all paid to be there and ain't got shit to do with the situation that's going on, because the situation that started it is some bullshit. of production. You know, it even says it on their shits that they know how to do the damn behavioral, like behavioral acting with the victims and the suspects and all that shit. It's not a game with these people, even though they doing nothing but fucking with you and playing with you. Told you, man, having this shit at Target, man, with that one eye, man, they never fucking miss when it comes to whatever it is that they do. And out of all the places, this is what you gonna show me.
Frustration, that pain is real and it's legitimate. And to all of the people in our community who believe what I just said, who wholeheartedly need the world to hear that Mr. Floyd should be alive, that someone should be held accountable, and that we as a community, we as a culture, we as a society must do everything we can imagine to keep this from
happening. Like, why the fuck are all these shopping carts just around them? Like, is that for their protection? Is that for, because I'm pretty sure that they're on wheels so they can be used as an immediate weapon, you know, diversion type shit. So like, what, like, again, what the fuck is going on here? You know, I'm surprised I ain't seen the police running across the screen some damn where yet. That's probably on one of the other loops.
Happening again, we stand with you. I stand with you. There are many, many ways for us to work together in a constructive manner that builds our communities, that empowers our communities to speak up with a loud voice. The world is listening. There are opportunities for us to do that in a constructive manner. Unfortunately, there are also those among us who would seek to use this moment, who would seek to use his death as an excuse, as a cover, to agitate for the destruction of those same communities that have been most traumatized by George Floyd's death. Those same communities that have been most traumatized by the dual crisis of a COVID-19 pandemic and an economic crisis.
And I'm glad he said the word crisis too, because that, you know, that did bring it back. Because who was it? Chemistry Legend, you had said it best when you said that Buddy was a crisis actor too. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, man, after when I was watching it, it's like, yo, this motherfucker is like, and he's really playing his role pretty well with his little Obama tone and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yes, yes, he is a crisis actor. You understand? He is doing his job right now because in the end, like, I mean, when you're put in this type of position, right? The mayor of a big city and all of that, just whatever, whenever it may be a chance that, you know, whatever happens in your city is going to be big news. Like, you're going to be called upon to speak some bullshit. Your name is going to be called to perpetuate a lie. You know, and that just comes with the territory. All right? Because the elite, you know, they live differently. You know, so yeah, you're right. State of crisis and all this shit. Yeah, crisis acting. Exactly correct. Fuck out of here, man. Don't believe these people no more, man.
That we're facing right now, those same communities are being re-traumatized right now. As our black-owned barbershops, as our immigrant-owned restaurants, as our local, generational, family-owned businesses are damaged and destroyed night after night.
Yeah, I don't know how businesses work, but I'm pretty sure the insurance might cover that. I'm not all the way correct. You understand how rioting insurance works? You know, but in the end, when you want to talk about all these businesses being destroyed and all that shit, like, you know, it is material, it can be rebuilt, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to play on people's heartstrings on some bullshit. On some bullshit, right? And then whenever, and I'm gonna let it keep playing, and you're gonna hear, you know, exactly what he got to say about these agitators that got arrested and all this shit, and that'll let you further know, man, that yo, man, these people plan so well that it's like you can't even believe that this is where they coming from until you are willing to see the pattern. I'm saying that's all it is.
Must stop. I know the governor, I know Mayor Fry, myself, wholeheartedly support the right of people to protest, the right of free speech, for people to say what they believe about the world, to speak up and say and participate in making this world a better place. That right to speak.
Look, and I ain't even see Buddy. Look at dude. I mean, all the way like out of character. Like at least they got their stick in there. He got his stick in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got their gloves on. I don't know what's going on there, but shit, do he got a wristband on too? Or is that's for the? Okay, I think that's for the stick. I'll give you that. But shit, Buddy got that wristband on. Let him know he's cool to access the area of the production.
That right to speak stops at destruction of lives, destruction of property, destruction of livelihood.
Okay, so yeah, that's the fire I was talking about. Like, look how, I mean, are they trying to block the road? I mean, because, I mean, it just like to me, you know, to my knowledge, you know, riots and agitation and all of that shit, it don't look this coordinated. It don't look this like together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know, motherfuckers throwing shit, motherfuckers running around, you know, setting shit on fire, this, that, like going around, stealing shit, going around. Like it won't be something that's just like, I mean, it's blocked off. You know, you got Buddy with a paintball gun with a fucking wristband, right? Letting you know that there's a very controlled situation going on there. And now you got these trash cans lined up with a fire around there and motherfuckers just kind of standing around. The fuck out of here.
In St. Paul last night,
fucking lying to people.
And across our twin cities, a curfew went into effect. Because we had a relative stillness in St. Paul, we didn't make an enormous number of arrests. But every single person we arrested last night, I'm told, was from out of state.
Yeah, I'm gonna
had a relative stillness in St. Paul. We didn't make an enormous number of arrests. But every single person we arrested last night, I'm told, was from out of state.
So, you mean to tell me that every person that you incarcerated for acting the fool ain't got shit to do with shit when it comes to emotion behind this? Get the fuck out of my face, please. Miss me with the bullshit, please, yo. Like, I really was waiting, and like I said, you know, when I watched the video and tried to just get to see what's going on, I was waiting for this to come out his mouth, and when it did, it's like, yo, you not fucking serious right now. That is a controlled situation, if you're paying attention. That is a very, very controlled situation. Not just that they ain't from the city. Motherfuckers ain't even from the state. Well, stop believing this dumb shit.
What we are seeing right now is a group of people who are not from here. As I talk to my friends who have been in this movement for a very long time, who wake up in this movement every day, and I ask them what they're seeing, what they're feeling, what they're hearing, to a person, I hear them say, we don't know these folks. We don't know these folks who are agitating. We don't know these folks who are inciting violence. We don't know these folks who are first in to break a window.
All right, so now that lets you know the motherfuckers was sent there. Who the fuck sent them there? All right. You understand? Period. There's no, I mean, way around this shit. Just like I said with the whole Hoover incident with them same city officials talking to like he's talking, telling us that the daily person will not run into a protester. Like that, like clear. He said that fucking verbatim. The everyday person will not run into a protester. You understand? Meaning protesters are just doing a fucking job. And it has to be roped off to a certain extent because regular people can't get inside of a production perimeter. Yo, see when you being fucking played, man. These motherfuckers don't do anything but.
And those folks who are agitating and inciting are taking advantage of the pain, of the hurt, of the frustration, of the anger, of the very real and legitimate sadness that so many of our community members feel.
Yeah, you keep on saying this word legitimate, bro. Like, man, like, seriously, stop. Stop, man. You want to know when somebody's lying to you and all of this shit, man? Just listen to this motherfucker. Just look at this motherfucker, how he goes and all this shit. Like I said, they're the same people, all of them. You know, because they'll all do the same shit when their name's called, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's fucking disgusting. It ain't the part that you got people coming from out of state to take advantage of this, take advantage. Nah. The disgusting part is that y'all motherfuckers would make up this whole production and a whole bunch of other ones. Like you said, it's a long list. Right? And the only list we know about is this shit that y'all done put the fuck on. To make sure to control our emotions. To make sure to control the direction that our minds go. You know, to take our hearts and our minds away from real shit. So you can't proceed in a real way if you don't understand that you're being fed some fake shit. Like I said, man, it's that vaccine effect.
To advocate for the destruction of our communities. I echo the governor's statements, I echo the mayor's statements, in that our police officers, our firefighters are facing something they've never faced before. That alone would be very, very difficult to address. One thing that I've learned about the world, about Minnesota, and certainly about St. Paul, is every time ugliness raises its head in our community, the beauty of community, that beautiful spirit that Paul Wellstone once spoke about when he said we all do better when we all do better, arises. Across the Twin Cities yesterday, across St. Paul yesterday, we saw countless neighbors show up for each other. We saw people show up with a broom and a bucket, a rag to clean, and just work together. They weren't cleaning their cousin's store or their uncle's store. They were just coming to help each other, to clean up our city.
All right, man, I'm done, man. Them motherfuckers that came to clean was the same motherfuckers that trashed that shit. The fuck out of my face, man. Like I said, that's why they got smiles behind it, and it's funny because they got the mask on, so you won't even know, you know. You know, but as this shit stands and as it goes, man, stop believing these motherfuckers. You know, simply stop believing them, because whenever you give your heart to something that's not real, like I said, man, put that into your real life. Right? Put that shit into your real life. Like, how many times have you given your heart to somebody, right? And that motherfucker abused it. That motherfucker did everything to make sure that you ain't like that motherfucker at the end. Right? That's exactly what's going on now. You know, only thing is you don't know that this motherfucker's lying their ass off. You know, to the point where they ain't even got to get no type of gifts to make you feel some type of way, make you feel better about shit. Because, I mean, shit, you're going to fall for it every time anyway. Understand? So, man, take your mind back from these motherfuckers, man. You know, and the best way to do that, you know, is to, you know, be able to acknowledge that, I mean, shit, your mind is limited. Acknowledging your mind is limited, you know, and and then kind of just moving from there in a way that removes you from this dumbass box they done put you in. So yeah, it is what it is, man, and they go where they go, man. They all full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Down to a man and woman. So yeah, Mayor of St. Paul admitting that the people that was causing all this shit ain't even from the fucking state of Minnesota. Like, yo, production game kind of weak this time, man. Y'all bullshit is confirmed.